Emotions are running high in Southern California as residents who've lost everything are now searching for answers. And Governor Gavin Newsom is hearing from them directly.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
All right, well, that confrontation spreading across social media as that woman tries to learn what the next steps are from officials. Let's bring in NewsNation's Rich McHugh, who spoke to the woman in that video. Rich, what did she have to say?
Hi, Nichole. So that's Rachel Darvish. She's a longtime resident of Pacific Palisades. I happen to be speaking to her since this fire actually began and every day since. And yesterday, she saw Governor Newsom in her neighborhood. She was back there returning to check on her home. She said, fortunately, it was still standing, damaged, but still standing, but she's still having to live in a hotel. But she saw Newsom, raced up to him, ultimately said, you know, after the fact, you're not doing your job. But let's listen to, in her own words, what she had to say.
I think he really was saying, we weren't prepared, we screwed up, I'm trying to figure out who else to blame. I mean, the first thing he did was he told me that the fire hydrants weren't his fault. You know, the first thing he told everyone was the fire department cut the fire lines and it was their fault. It's a local responsibility. When you are the governor of California and the city of Los Angeles is under your jurisdiction and the city of Pacific Palisades is part of your jurisdiction, it doesn't matter who cut the line. It's your name on that cut.
So she's obviously very upset. She's an attorney by trade, Nichole. She is not going to stop. Having gotten to know her over the past 3 days, she is going to get answers one way or another.
Yeah, she's going to get answers. We know she's among thousands of residents there who are left with nothing, with no home. How are they feeling?
Well, not great, I'll be honest. Like, she's talking to a lot of these people who are displaced. If you look at that video that we were just showing, the drone footage over Pacific Palisades, it shows you the absolute scope of the devastation. All of their homes basically just wiped out. But for context, I just want to give some numbers here. According to the LA controller, financial controller, last year the mayor, Karen Bass, set aside $1.3 billion for the homeless situation in LA, which is undoubtedly epidemic. According to the LA controller, again, $513 million of that money set aside for the homeless was not spent. Now, by contrast, she reduced the budget for the fire department by $17 million, from $837 million to $819 million. In a letter last month, the fire chief wrote to the mayor saying these budgetary reductions, quote, severely limited the department's capacity to prepare for, train for, and respond to large-scale emergencies, including wildfires, end quote. Listen to what Rachel Darvish had to say about that and the mayor's prioritization of the homeless instead of fires. Take a listen.
There is no town to go home to. With a home standing, I have nowhere to go. I cannot live there. And no one with a house can. It's just not possible. I'm talking to people right now with kids, with dogs, with one shirt, and they're displaced. They are displaced. So we have two big problems. We have displacement and we have our children to worry about.
Well, there you have it, Nichole. I think that is something that we're going to hear echoed over and over in the coming days and weeks and months.
Yeah, these residents understandably frustrated, understandably starting to get angry. All right, Rich McHugh, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.